So I think I can't wake up till too late. So I think usually max by 1:30 I am off to sleep. If I'm out partying, yeah, it gets a little later. But I get up like around 8:39 usually. So on days when I can, on days when I don't have like an early morning shoot or something, then I sort of like having my 8-hour sleep. And there are so many days when you really can't, or you have a hectic day and your schedule sort of, I don't think you can really follow one schedule because you're having night shoot or you're having day shoot, and sometimes you're just getting up at 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. and there are times when you're sleeping at 5 or 6 a.m. So yeah, that's the life. I love Mughlai, North Indian, and I love Chinese. I usually prefer working out in the first half of the day, which is post like say an hour of my breakfast, which comes out to be around like 11:30 or max 12 is when I usually work out. Sometimes if I have work in the day or I've slept late and I've not got a good sleep, then I work out in the evening. I think whatever works for your body in terms of having good energy, that should be your time, and wherever you feel more active, it should be your time of workout. I think I usually mix a little bit of weight training with sometimes Pilates, and sometimes if I just feel like doing home yoga on like a mat, or like mat exercises which don't really require you to hold a lot of weights, but there are a lot of exercises that you can just do on a plain yoga mat, and they help you sort of get your core strength and your balance right, and also stretch a lot of your muscles. So if I have a film shoot or say any other shoot coming up where there's a lot of skin showing or there's midriff showing, I think I sort of am one of those people who puts on her lower abdomen, which sort of looks ridiculous, even if it's like just a little bit. But I think there are ways to cut that down. There are ways to sort of get back in shape in those few days. And I think I sort of go on a slightly low carb and high protein diet. I swap my rice with quinoa, and I have a little more protein and less of bread. And my night meals are usually very light. Then I would have like some chicken pieces with probably some soup, and that's about it. And of course, those are the days when so I'm not usually a cardio person. I don't do cardio usually. But if I really feel like I have to be in a particular shape for a film where there is a lot of skin showing, then I work out twice at times, which is just like 45 minutes of a fast brisk walk or some kind of cardio. And
what I do though is that sometimes I end up having breakfast dishes for lunch or even dinner.
So what do your lunch and dinner comprise of, if you could tell us?
My lunch is very desi, very, very homely sort of lunch. It's usually like a sabzi, dal. I start with, like I said, a handful of nuts. I give it some time. Then I have my salad. Then I again give it some time because I don't like to mix raw and cooked food. And then I have my roti dal sabzi, sort of a very classic Indian meal.
So do you snack in between meals, or do you stick to that, meal program, just lunch, dinner?
When I'm fasting, honestly, I don't feel like snacking so much because I have my meal so late. And then I'll maybe have a coffee or go for a workout or something, and then it's already dinner time. I don't, but if I feel like, then I'll have a fruit. Maybe an apple or a guava these days, or some melon or something, a fruit, or like a little bit of makhana or khakra, or something. So I stock my kitchen with things that I know I can snack on guilt free. I just don't keep things that I will reach out for and feel guilty later. I've just decided to just like keep those things away. So there's no, like, I try to avoid maida and refined sugar as much as I can, unless it's a holiday or a cheat day or something. I mean, sometimes it's okay, but basically there are a lot of other things like energy bars and nuts and all these, quinoa puffs and some healthy bhel, these kind of things.
So when you have to have a cheat meal, how often do you have a cheat meal, and what does it usually comprise of?
I don't have a sweet tooth as such. I mean, I enjoy certain desserts, but I don't have a sweet tooth. I'm more like into like fried fast food kind of stuff. So on my cheat days, I go for those. So then I want fries, or I want like a deep fried bhatura, or a pizza loaded with cheese, or just things like that.
So what is one thing that you would never eat?
I've turned vegetarian for the past. It's been more than a year. I was anyway predominantly vegetarian all my life. I was never a big meat eater, so I've completely turned vegetarian now, and I intend to stick to it. Let's see how that goes. But I've never been excited.
I am. I try to not eat much, but I can eat anything I want, and I have been 50 kgs for the past 5 years of my life, and I've not gone one up or one down, so I'm pretty okay. For my health, I wake up and I have garam pani with nimbu. It apparently helps with acidity and also like flushes toxins, so that's what I do when I wake up, the first thing that I have. So I don't eat breakfast. I eat lunch, and I eat a heavy lunch. So usually what's made at home, like vegetables and one roti and some dahi, or if I'm out on the go, then I pick up a salad, and that's what I have for lunch. And dinner is like king size. I cannot even tell you. I have like I go out every night for dinner, so either sushi, either Japanese, Asian food, and then I starve for 15 hours and then I start again. So I have like this, my last meal ends at around 11 o'clock, and my next meal begins at 3 p.m. next day. Night out, night out, night out. My favorite meal of the day has to be dinner, because I go try out new restaurants almost every day. And you know, it's just yum to taste all kinds of food, and thankfully I'm blessed, so I don't have to worry about weight issues, and I can eat anything I want. Asian. I love Asian food. I love sushi. I love you know, noodles and Thai curries and all of that. Like there's so much कहते हैं ना स्वाद है उसमें. There's like so much taste in Asian food. What time of the day is the best to work out? So I like working out on empty stomach. That means morning for me. Morning as in around 11:30 is my morning. I just drink a protein shake after my workout. I don't really have a meal as such that I eat after a workout. So I have a extreme milk chocolate protein shake. So as you all know, I love Asian food, but if I know that there's a shoot coming up, I avoid having Asian food, because that has a lot of salt in it. Salt has water retention properties, which makes you look a little puffy. So that's what I avoid, and I go the European way or the Italian way and eat like a grilled chicken or something like that, like as healthy as possible. Strict no-nos in my diet are no palak, no spinach, and no methi. I'm allergic to methi. Namaste in bed. My favorite form of exercise is cycling. I love cycling, and now the weather in Bombay is amazing. So every evening at around 7 o'clock, 7 to 8, you will find me cycling on the back road in Lokhandwala. Catch me there. Healthiest alcoholic drink? I think gin and tonic. I think that has the least calories, if I'm not mistaken. My favorite healthy munchie is almonds. I love munching on almonds. You know, they're crispy and everything, and then you are eating healthy also. So I have tried this diet called the General Motors diet, GM diet. Please don't do it. Please, I beg you guys, don't ever try it. So the first day is fruits. That's fine. The second day is vegetables. That's fine with a headache. The third day is fruits and vegetables. You have a headache. You are just groggy. You're just annoyed with the whole world around you. And yes, you do lose like around 1 or 2 kgs in a week, but you gain double back after that. So do not do that diet, guys. So what I do is, like I said, this lifestyle change that I've done is I eat my last meal anyhow by 11 o'clock, and I do not touch anything till 2 o'clock in the afternoon or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So it's also called intermediate fasting, which helps you stay fit, stay in shape, and honestly I don't feel like eating when I wake up, so it just works in my benefit.